Welcome back to Tickets to Travel, the business of travel experiences. I'm your host, Mario Bauduin, and today I thought it may be appropriate to dive into the blazing inferno that could possibly be FYRE Festival 2. Billy McFarland has had a very well-documented fall from grace for the fraud that he was proven to commit on FYRE Fest 1. So just in case you're not completely up on all this stuff, let's just catch up on the latest developments, shall we? Billy McFarland, infamous for the 2017 FYRE Festival debacle, has announced FYRE Festival 2, scheduled for May 30th to June 2nd, 2025, on Isla Mujeres, Mexico. Tickets are currently on sale, ranging from $1,400 to $1.1 million. However, local authorities, including the Isla Mujeres Tourism Board, have stated that no permits have been requested or approved for such an event. And I'm reading from this article. Edgar Gasca, Director General of Economic Development and Tourism of Isla Mujeres, commented, "We have no knowledge of this event, nor contact with any such person or company about it." And that's from people.com. Despite these concerns, McFarland insists that FYRE Festival 2 is legitimate and that his team is collaborating with experienced partners in Mexico to handle logistics, production, and operations. He also mentions that they are in communication with local and state governments to ensure compliance and a successful event. Before we dig in, let's make one thing clear. We truly hope this festival is real. Not because we think it'll be an awesome time, but because Billy still owes a ton of money to a lot of people, local Bahamian workers, investors, and ticket buyers from FYRE Fest 1 who never got what they paid for. If this actually happens, maybe, just maybe, some of that debt will be finally repaid. And why does this matter to me and the Tickets to Travel podcast? Because this is a niche B2B podcast for professionals in travel, ticketing, and live events who don't really have a massive platform to educate or entertain others who are in the field or aspiring to be in it. So we have to take a moment to give credit where credit is due to the real professionals in live events, ticketing, and destination travel who do this the right way. Companies like On Location, Elevate Experiences, Playa Luna Presents, Vibee, and others put in the work to create seamless, high-quality experiences for attendees. That, along with travel professionals, whether it be agents or destination professionals or hotel professionals, they understand that you can't just announce an event and hope for the best. You need actual infrastructure, experience planning, and wait for it, permits. You need permits, Billy. You really do. There's this tactic among some bad actors or bad promoters in the space where they announce the experience and begin selling ticket packages to essentially raise money for the said event. Now, selling tickets without securing essential components like venues, talent, accommodations, and permits isn't just risky, it's a masterclass in how to ignite a dumpster fire. And in some places, it's considered a crime. Sometimes they call it fraud. So here's the deal. Seasoned event organizers and travel pros spend years meticulously planning every detail, from water supply logistics to medical team coordination, before even considering ticket sales. And if FYRE Festival 1 taught us anything, it's that cutting corners in these areas leads to absolute chaos. Let's talk about it a little bit. The infamous viral image of a sad cheese sandwich in a styrofoam container. Come on, we all saw it. AKA the fine dining experience guests receive instead of gourmet meals. The tents, leftover FEMA disaster relief tents, mind you, blowing away in the night because proper accommodations were never secured. The fact that there was no running water, no proper bathrooms, and in some cases, no way to leave the island itself, that's a problem. It's called transportation and lack of planning. The two competing documentaries, Netflix's FYRE, the greatest party that never happened, and Hulu's FYRE Fraud, both of which chronicled the sheer level of fraud and logistical incompetence that led to the festival's collapse. So, Billy, what's the difference this time? Because right now, all signs point to nothing at all. Seems like you're going to be consistent. For ticketing, here's a description from an article. McFarland has partnered with SoldOut.com, an online ticket marketplace founded by Andrew Hendrick, a 40-year veteran in the ticketing industry. SoldOut.com specializes in strategic partnerships that benefit both event organizers and fans, offering tickets for concerts, sports, theaters. Let's talk about the ticket packages because, folks, you can go online right now and take a look at them. And these names deserve a moment of appreciation. First, starting at $1,400 per ticket, we have the Ignite package, which sounds more like something you'd pick up at a self-help seminar rather than a festival ticket. Then there's the Fuego package, which is $5,000 because nothing says trustworthy event like doubling down on a fire-related theme when your first festival literally went down in flames. But wait, it gets better. There's the Phoenix package for $12,500, named after a mythical bird that rises from the ashes. Subtle Billy, very subtle. And finally, the Piece de Resistance. The Prometheus package, which for just $1.1 million includes first-class flights, luxury accommodations, and probably a front row seat to the moment when this whole thing inevitably unravels. Honestly, if you're dropping $1 million on this festival, I have a bridge in Brooklyn you might also be interested in purchasing. Again, quoted from an article, as for talent booking, details remain scarce. No official lineup has been announced. And without secured artists, the festival's credibility is further undermined. Really. This omission raises red flags about the event's legitimacy and the organizers' commitment to delivering a quality experience. Yeah, I agree. I can't really see any artists signing on to do this. What agent is going to go to their top tier artists and say, listen, it's going to be like FYRE, dude, and you're not going to get paid up front. So just do it. It's for Billy. Like, I don't think Blink-182 is lining up to be the headliner again. It doesn't make any sense for any artist that could command a $1 million ticket package to even think about it. That's rare air, guys. That's Beyonce, Coldplay, Jay-Z, and Eminem kind of air. Elevate your travel business with Victory Live, the platform featuring $6 billion in professional sports, concerts, festivals, and theater inventory, including Broadway hits, Las Vegas shows, and top events like Coachella and the Super Bowl. With global content sourced directly from rights holders or approved ticket brokers, Victory Live offers net rates, seamless API connectivity, white label solutions, and a B2B portal for travel agents. Visit victorylive.com for more information and tell them that the Tickets to Travel podcast sent you. To understand the gravity of the situation, let's explore how destination festivals are actually organized, along with their typical timeline. So if you're looking at a particular date, you got to find the date, and 18 to 12 months prior to, that's a year and a half or so, you have to do three things first. You define the festival theme and its goals, establish a unique concept that differentiates the festival and resonates with the target audience. Number two, you set a budget. Develop a comprehensive budget covering all aspects, including artist fees, venue rental, security, logistics, and of course, marketing. Third, you choose a suitable venue. Select a location that aligns with the festival's theme and can accommodate the expected attendance, considering accessibility and infrastructure. That's a year and a half to be clear. And then along the same lines, depending on how many people are on your team, you've also got about a timeline of a year, 9 months to a year before the festival to obtain necessary permits. Secure all required permits and licenses, such as noise permits, alcohol sales licenses, and public space occupation permits. In advance, and especially if it's in Mexico, oof, sit down. That's a long process and very complex that we won't get into now. Also, you've also got to book that talent and the vendors. You got to confirm the agreements with the artists, the food vendors, and other essential service providers, ensuring they are contractually obligated to participate. That's an important thing to note. The live entertainment piece cannot be done on a handshake, a phone call, or a verbal agreement. especially when you're Billy McFarland. These people are shrewd and unpredictable. They typically get paid up front, and even then, you can talk to any legitimate festival promoter or agent for that matter, and they may not show up. Artists are funny people, and they have a way of doing what they want to do when they want to do it. And without that contract and payment up front, would you show up if you're an artist who could command $1 million package? I don't know. Sounds a little far-fetched. Next up, you secure the venue and lodging contracts. You negotiate hotel and venue contracts to ensure proper accommodations for guests and staff, and artists for that matter. Typical contract negotiations include room blocks and attrition clauses, ensuring a set number of rooms are reserved with allowances for cancellations. And if it's a complete hotel buyout, even more complex. And there's a number of things to consider, including payment upfront for a portion of that contract. Food and beverage minimums, establishing required spending amounts at venue properties within the venue. Force majeure and cancellation terms, protecting both parties in case of unexpected disruptions, massive fires in Los Angeles, a hurricane, or this thing we all didn't see coming like COVID-19, exclusive rights agreements, ensuring event exclusivity at that chosen venue. You could imagine how much complexity there is if you have back-to-back events, different themes, different crowds. Could be a mess. You have to take care of that well in advance of the festival. From 9 to 6 months before the live event, plan logistics and infrastructure, arrange for stages, sound systems, sanitation facilities, security measures, and emergency response plans to ensure a safe and enjoyable experience. Now, the stages itself, some artists won't even take a stage if it's not up to their standards. The stage and the sound system have to be at a certain level if you want Coldplay or Red Hot Chili Peppers to perform. It's what they're used to. And the costs associated with that is way more than a few Fuego packages, if you know what I'm saying. 6 to 3 months before the live event, marketing and promotion. Develop a strategic marketing plan to build anticipation and drive ticket and package sales, utilizing various channels to reach the target audience. Oh, and you can't forget about sponsorships. Sponsorship, this is ongoing. It's not easy to sell a dream to any major or not so major brand without an established track record of being able to gather an audience, and not so much an infamous spectacle like FYRE Fest 1. So finding sponsors for this thing, it's going to be a little tough, Bill. Skipping any of these steps, that's how you end up with disaster relief tents and cheese sandwiches in styrofoam boxes. Maybe I gave you a little bit more to think about and a little more respect and understanding of what goes into a travel experience, a destination festival, or a live event in general. That's it for today's episode of Tickets to Travel podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who loves a good cautionary tale. And if you happen to be considering spending your hard-earned money on FYRE Fest 2, perhaps reconsider, invest in a well-planned, professionally executed destination festival instead. Wait, did I even mention that he's not selling ticket protection on these ticket packages? Oh, man. If anyone who's got this far and would like to talk about their experience in the destination festivals or travel experiences space, please reach out. You can find us at www.tttpod.com. Or if you happen to be Billy McFarland and you're listening, get at me, man. I think you have a lot of explaining to do for the thousands of professionals in this niche space. So until next time, this has been Tickets to Travel, and I've been your host, Mario Bauduin. Hit us up on the socials. That's at @2 Travel Pod on IG and TikTok. And you can also find all of these episodes on YouTube if that's the way you want to consume your podcast. So stay informed, stay entertained, and check the permits first, guys. Safe travels.
Attention travel and ticketing innovators. Whether you're a startup disrupting the industry or an established company ready to take your distribution strategy to the next level, Expo Travel is your ultimate partner in online travel and ticketing distribution. We specialize in helping businesses of all sizes optimize their operations, expand their reach, and unlock new revenue streams. And for startups looking to grow, we partnered with top venture capital syndicates to help you secure the funding you need to turn bold ideas into thriving businesses. From refining businesses to scaling operations and raising capital, Expo Travel is here to drive your success. Visit Expo Travel today. That's xpotravel.com for a consultation. And let's transform the way the world travels, one innovation at a time. Expo Travel, because the future of travel and ticketing starts with you.